Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be reading entries that I wrote in my journal from 4th to 6th grade-ish. I titled my journal of a Kid with Bad Luck, as you can see, and then I drew an ugly picture of myself that says, oh boy, under it. That was like my 4th grade title of my journal. And then in the orange beneath it was me rebranding. I kept the same title, but then I added alternate titles such as Suckish Chronicles and The Bad Luck Tales. And as you can see, I was sticking to a theme of constant misery and bitterness towards the world. I was pretty volatile in this period of my life. So with that being said, let's get to reading. Here is part of a journal entry that I wrote about my day at school. I can't share everything with you because it's just too much. Anyways, and another bad thing happened today. I was sitting in my chair and it fell backwards. Then I hit my shins really hard and it made a loud noise. And whenever you make a loud noise, it gets people's attention. And I don't like a lot of attention, so then I get annoyed. And every once in a while, if I get annoyed, I get angry. The last thing I'm going to talk about is I'm popular. Popular people get a lot of attention, right? Right. And I don't like that because then I go through the whole stage I just wrote about. Even when I do a cartwheel, people ooh and ah. That's why I don't do a lot of gymnastics at school. But girls always gang up on me in packs of 10 and 15 and beg me to do gymnastics. If I refuse, the girls would probably attack me. I have to pray every day for a good day of school. I hope I have a good day tomorrow, but with my bad luck, I think I might have a bad day. So that's just one of the examples that are safe enough to share with the world. And here's another entry I wrote about my general hatred of school and cafeteria food. Sometimes school feels like prison. That's another thing about bad luck. I'm in a prison where you do work and get food poisoning. The cafeteria food is horrible. I found a nose hair in my green beans. My friend said if you were to drop a school hamburger, it would bounce off the tile. I think I should start bringing my lunch more often. I also found an eyelash. I'll be surprised if I don't find a booger in my lunch. Cafeteria food tastes like barf. And if you don't eat their food, you'll starve. But I personally would rather starve than eat cafeteria food. So I don't know how I was able to confirm that the hair I found in my green beans was in fact a nose hair, or that I found an eyelash in my food. There's no way of knowing what that really was. I do remember that though, but I automatically just like said, oh my gosh, it was nose hair, because that's the most disgusting bodily hair I could come up with at the time, I guess. But there's that. And also, definitely school and prison comparisons. Not a great comparison to make. I personally have never been to prison, so that's not a comparison I can make with any life experience behind it. Oh, another thing about my journal is that I would make polls about like bad things that would happen to me during the week, but I would make polls and then I would like have people vote on them, but really I would just like vote myself. I wasn't about to ask people to vote for things in my diary, you know, so I would just like make polls and vote for them on my own to make it seem like people actually voted. Here's a journal entry I wrote about my frustrations with the female species, I guess. Girls always get their way, and if they don't, they become crybabies. Boys don't ever get their way. When boys say that to girls, they just say life isn't fair and go on with their business. It seems like girls are so sweet and innocent, but they're not. Girls seem like they are their mommy and daddy's little princesses. Girls should be crying themselves to sleep every night in their dungeon. Sometimes, Katie, I can't read this next part out loud. I can't share this part next. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. What is wrong with me?
I was probably just mad at you and Natalie about something. Sometimes I wish there was a no girls allowed place. My room isn't even immune to girls. They always invade my room and leave it with a terrible scent of blooming flowers. Ew. Like, I just came up with the most stereotypically feminine scent for a girl to have, which y'all probably just smelled like, I don't know, skin. Like, I don't know.
You act like you're some woman.
I know. I act like I was this like boy's boy, which is like the furthest from the truth. But I just like put on this persona, so like in case I got caught, like in case somebody found my diary and like read it, they would think of me as some like typical cool boy instead of just like me. Moving on to further illustrate the persona I was trying to give off. Guys and girls are not alike. Girls like dolls and makeup and perfume. Guys like cars and sports and dirt and mud and electronics. None of these things are anything alike. Girls like singing along to romantic music, and guys like rocking on with blaring loud music that can break your eardrums. Again, that's nothing alike. What surprises me most is that boys and girls still get married. That's just like foreshadowing. My parents have been married for almost 20 years. I'm really shocked that neither of them have whacked each other in the face yet. Domestic violence, never the answer. I'm not promoting it here. I'm just saying I'm surprised it hadn't happened yet. But also, even when I wrote this, that was never a concern of mine that could happen. My parents, they don't abuse each other. Just putting that out there. Oh my gosh, this one. Today was horrible. I had to wake up at 6 in the morning to go to school choir at 7:20. And don't worry, my day gets tons worse. At recess, I had no one to play with and nothing to do, so I just sat on a swing and waited for one of my friends to come along. No one did. And at lunch, Schmur, that's the name I just gave a human that I didn't want to say her actual name. At lunch, Schmur said I hated Canadians. Not true. My team member Schmur at gymnastics is a very good friend of mine, and he's Canadian. Okay, first of all, that's like the argument of like, I'm not racist, I'm friends with black people, which like, okay, first of all, I've never hated Canadians. I just was largely influenced by the show Victorious that would frequently like bash on Canadians, and it was like a joke. So I guess in my twisted 10-year-old brain, I was like, that's funny to hate on Canadians, which like it's not. I don't bash on people based on their country of origin anymore, I'm very proud to say. Anyways, and then the meanest teacher in 4th grade came and said she was Canadian. I got this close to being in trouble for something not true. I did say it was rather dumb that Canadians said ham was bacon, but I said nothing, and I mean nothing, about hating Canadians. Yeah, and then I wrote like about my gymnastics practice, and then I had a worst moments of the day poll, and in first place was Canadian lie, and second place was exercise at gymnastics, and third was I didn't get to play with my friends at recess. All of these were voted on by myself. Let's see if I highlighted any other entries. I went with the highlighter to see which ones I could read to the people. Others are just too, just mean. I didn't write it with the intent for people to read it, so I was just like, let me just be as awful as possible to get out my anger. But now that I'm reading it, like, I can't read it, even though it's like it's interesting. Here is a chart I made documenting my bad luck through the years. As you can see, in like 2005, it was not bad. And then it steadily got worse over the years. And then in 2010, according to my mind, it like shot off the charts. I guess I just really hated my life when I was 10. And then right below it, I wrote, I'll be lucky if I get my bad luck to how it was 2 years ago. But as you can see, my bad luck is increasing, not decreasing. And I'm pretty sure I just used those words because they like seemed smart, and I probably just figured out what they meant. That was interesting. There was like a brief period where, you know, Baby Bunny or Baby Mouse, that like mouse character cartoon series, how like there was a narrator in it, so I tried very briefly to have a narrator, which was me, in my journal, and it just didn't work. Like, for example, today was really suckish, narrator. Mondays are always like that, Trace. Me. Because the narrator scared me. I didn't know it was there, I guess. I know! Like, what the heck? There's a lot of this I wish I could share, but like, I don't know if cancel culture, like, applies to 10-year-olds. Like, I don't know what the cutoff date is for being a horrible person, so I just know that I've changed. My handwriting was really good though. Like, I wish I could show it to you, but I don't want to like show you what I wrote because it's just too much. Oh, here's the very last journal entry. It's so unremarkable. It's like I expected to continue writing and then I just never did. So this is like the lame anticlimax to my 2 years worth of journal entries. Yesterday we came back to school. Let me tell you all about spring break. It all started with my sleepover at Natalie's. There was me, Katie, Lucas, Natalie, and Schmur that no one likes. So the first thing we did was organize Nat's room. Then we had dinner. After that, I can't even remember what we ate. Oh yeah, pizza. And that's how it ends. I'm sorry to disappoint. I feel like this video was kind of just very disappointing because I wasn't able to share like the most heavy hitting entries. With that being said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you know when I hit the notification bell so you know when I post a new video, which is every Wednesday at noon, or most Wednesdays at noon. I don't always post every week. I think that's it. Maybe I can get to 35 subscribers by the end of the week. Let's make that a goal. And let's see if we can get this video to 3 likes. We might be able to do it. Comment whatever you feel, I guess. If you want me to make a certain type of video, let me know. I'm just kind of rambling at this point because I feel bad for providing you with a lackluster video this week, but it's all I could do at the moment. So, bye. Oh shoot! Also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Trace_Vaughn. Okay, bye.